Hey folks at home, it's Jamin here, coming to you on a very soggy Labor Day, overcast. It's not a very bright and sunny kind of Labor Day, so to all the folks out there at the beach trying to enjoy some water activities, really did not pan out for them in that way. But lots of folks wanted it to rain. We've been needing the rain, but it just seems like when it rains, it pours. Everyone has heard this saying, when it rains, it pours. Had not rained in 2 months, probably. And now, in the last 2 weeks, it's been raining almost every day. And today, the last couple of days, but especially today, the mosquitoes have been on a tear. I mean, big ones, which they're the slower ones, so they're easier to kill, but they're fearless. They're ready. They're ready to die. Okay, and so there's just I have a lot. I have a lot of bug spray on, mosquito spray. When I walked into HEB yesterday and the day before, they have this huge display as soon as you walk in of just bottles and bottles of mosquito spray because they know what the consumers are going to need. And they even had a $2 coupon, which brought it from $3.88 to $1.88. So it's basically 50% off. So I had to buy one. And but here's the other thing with the rain. It's been raining a lot for 2 weeks now. But prior to that rain, everyone's crying about it. There's been a drought, so rightfully so, people are concerned. And when you looked around, people's lawns, parks, everything's brown dead. We can only water our lawn on our trash day, okay, once a week, after 6 o'clock or something like that. Then it rains for 2 weeks, you look around, everything is green. Life truly is the giver of life, because everything was dying and now everything is green, super green, like so green, so much water, so much growth, so much revival in the last week that the grass homeowners and business owners are having a hard time keeping up with it because a lot of landscaping. This grass is growing real high. It's got to be cut. So yeah, so the next 4 to 6 weeks, the mosquitoes are going to be bad. Maybe even longer if it continues to rain all the way up into October. Normally, that first cold front that comes in mid-October, early November, something like that, kills these mosquitoes and it kind of changes. But for the next 4 to 6 weeks, maybe even as long as 8 weeks, it's going to be bad. Which really is depressing, puts a damper on things because we love to barbecue outside, folks. We love to barbecue outside. And the mosquitoes make it difficult and less enjoyable. But we're going to figure something out. I'm going to call our exterminator people, see if they can't do something about it. It's got to be some fog, a product that we can use in the backyard to kill these little devils. They are, pound for pound, they're one of probably the most formidable opponents in the animal kingdom. So is the mosquito. But let's segue, folks. We're going to segue. We're going to find it in the background here. We're gonna segue to some A&M football. Texas A&M had a football game yesterday, folks, and they didn't look all that impressive. So let's get into, they won the game maybe 31-0. I think it was 34-0. Defense struggled. Not defense. Defense, obviously, they pitched a shutout. The offense struggled the entire game. They had named this guy, who we're going to watch a little bit of a video on. We'll watch this fellow YouTuber. We'll give him a shout out. This guy's name is QB Spotlight on Haynes King. Let's listen. This guy thinks he has a higher ceiling, and he must have been consistent during practice in order to have been named the starting quarterback. But, you know, that's not what we saw yesterday. He's got experience. This is third year there at A&M. He's been hurt. He was a starting quarterback last year, got hurt. Now he's a starting quarterback this year, and he just did not look good, folks. So we got to hope that he improves in practice. Is he a lefty? Oh, no, we're watching this through here. It's backwards. It's like watching a mirror.
But he needs to trust your quarterback. You need to have experience, and so he has that experience within the offense, the same terminology.
So this guy's talking about why he thinks Haynes King was named the starting quarterback. Obviously, Jimbo saw something in practice to name him the starting quarterback, but he's, you know, in the film room this week, it's not going to be pleasant. I'm sure he made a lot of mistakes, missed a lot of plays, overthrows, you name it. If we're going to be competitive in the SEC, the offense is going to have to improve every game, and the defense is going to have to improve and just keep us in the games, which I think can happen. But we'll find out. We'll find out, folks. And some more updates and news when it comes to the Aggie family here within the Alamon household and extended family. My niece, Camryn Chabeli Keller, has earned enough credits, enough college hours to have had the opportunity to order her Aggie ring. And she's set to graduate, God willing, in the spring. And this November, we're making a trip for her Aggie Day, November the 11th, folks. So you know we're going to get a lot of film, and you know we're going to post a video on it. But, you know, I'm going to have to put a photo. I have a photo of us this last summer, me and Camryn. They are on campus. They have this big ring that you can stand under. She didn't have a ring then, but she's going to. We're going to have to take an updated photo of both of us under there with our rings. But that's November the 11th. Aggie week. That weekend is, you know, ring day, ring dunk, which is a big tradition. So we're going up for that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Congratulations to you, Camryn. It's a big accomplishment. The great thing about being an Aggie, it's like being a Marine. You know, it's there's no ex-Marines. You're just a Marine forever. Okay? Which is cool. You know, when you're an Aggie, you're an Aggie forever. And, you know, I guess people say that too about if you're a Longhorn, I guess, go to UT. It's not the same. It's not the same. They know it. Everyone knows it. When so she's fixing to enter into a family.
Neither one of us can open this.
Okay, come here.
What?
Let me get it for you. I'm recording something here.
Okay. Can't make it so easy.
So, folks, for those who don't know, I live at home with my parents and my two boys. So it's basically, I'm looking after four people at times. Now, they help me as much as I help them, but it's like I'm looking after four people. My dad just came into the garage, interrupted my video, which I was kind of in the groove, you know, flowing real well. He comes in because neither my 75-year-old dad nor my 72-year-old mother they couldn't open a 20-ounce bottle of Diet Coke. So he came over here and I opened it real quickly for him. But, you know, that's what happens when people get old. They need help. So I guess that's my job from time to time. But moving along, getting back to Camryn and the Aggie, all the Aggies in our family. It's growing. It's a growing bunch. It's a growing bunch. But we're gonna have to show up for her on her ring day. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Again, congratulations to you, Camryn. Hope you see this video. Oh, so just thank God for football, folks. Now, two things. Football is started again, and just thank God again. Just thank God because, life in so many ways kind of sucks and is hard and difficult. And, you got to find the simpler things in life that really make it worthwhile. And football is one of those things, folks. At least for me. And so I really look forward and just a heavy anticipation when football season is coming. And now that it's upon us, I'm thrilled. We are going to try to do more. I just uploaded an audio, a play-by-play, along with JD, my brother. So we're going to try to do that a couple more times, experiment on doing some play-by-play color commentating. So that should be fun. So stay tuned for that. Oh, the interesting thing about Friday's football game, the game that we called was a high school football game, Refugio versus London. I had family members playing in it. And, you're getting old. I'm 39. So these kids are 16, 17, 17 going on 18. So I knew them. One of them, Mason, I knew at birth. So I was around. I knew who his family, his mom, before he was even born. So I've known him since he was a baby. And then the other one, Carlo, I've known him since he was probably like 3 or 4 years old. And their first game, I sent both of them a text wishing them luck, and they both scored touchdowns in that first game. So I was like, oh, I don't want to take credit for that. Well, actually, I didn't send them good luck text messages for this game, and they lost. And I don't know if either one of them scored a touchdown. So, but it just made me think, oh man, I'm getting old. Little kids that I know are now playing high school sports, and time flies. Look at the gray on my beard, folks. It's one of those things. One of the funner things now that you're old and going to the football game was seeing other family members, like my uncle, my Popo Nick, who doesn't get out much. But he's there at a football game watching his grandson, so good for him. So seeing him, seeing my cousin Cecil, my ex-brother-in-law, James Maribos, so seeing all these folks, it was fun. I'm glad I went. And so I guess that's one of the things about high school football. It was, other than the game itself, it's a whole just production, big old thing that you can give you something to do, and it's a little fun. And I was talking to James, my brother JD, about how there's such, and if you think I'm right, send me an email at jamensdaily@gmail.com. There's such a need for a new aged media. There needs to be a better media production regarding high school football, and really you could even high school sports in general, but more specifically high school football. Our local news stations have a couple of productions that they do. Friday night, the Sports Blitz, a couple of branded stuff that used to be great. Now it's it's still good. Good for y'all. I'm not hating. Everybody who's part of that and does that, good for y'all. You're doing something, right? But I'm saying I think it can be done better. There's got to be a better way. Specifically now because of citizen journalists, there's so much video that other people take. It really becomes an aggregation type of operation where people are just sending you stuff. The kids themselves in the locker rooms, you got to edit it. You got to have moderators and content editors. But if done correctly, I think it could just exceed anything that's being done now, folks. So if you think I'm onto something, let me know. But in the meantime, we're getting a lot of rain here in South Texas, so good for that. Thank the Lord. Little mosquitoes, I'm sure all the lizards are really happy. Lizards are going to have plenty to eat when it comes to the mosquitoes. Barbecue is going to be a little bit, it's going to have to buy a lot of mosquito spray. We can make it happen, folks. And A&M, they won. They got the W. That's what matters. Quarterback situation, not really impressed or feeling super confident. But you know what? He's got my support. Haynes King, you got it, buddy. Keep practicing, you're going to get better. If Jimbo trusts you, I trust you, okay? Camryn, sweetheart, my niece, congratulations on your Aggie ring. I'm going to see you there. It's going to be on the internet. November 11th, Ring Day, College Station. We're going to be there. We're going to share it with you folks at home. Until then, happy Labor Day. It's Monday, so we all got to go to work. Or no, maybe not all of us, but most of us going to have to go to work. So it's the end of a long weekend. Hope it went well for you. Till the next time, stick with me because the best is yet to come.